Welcome to the first broadcast on One Community News, a new twice-monthly broadcast about the economic growth, successes, and setbacks in South St. Petersburg. Catch this video broadcast every second and fourth Monday here on our social media channels, One Community St. Pete on Facebook or One Community St. Pete on YouTube. First up in this inaugural news video, the quest continues to launch the One Community Investor Co-op in South St. Pete. On August 27th, Rory James Jr. and April Harley were named co-chairs of the startup process. When asked to share details about the startup process, James had this to say.
Mr. James, share some of the details about the startup process of the One Community Investor Co-op.
Yeah, absolutely. The One Community Investor Co-op is a group of 166 local South St. Pete leaders, business owners, who are looking to create economic development in South St. Pete using real estate. So we're going to create affordable housing, and we're also going to create jobs and just create a sustainable economy within the South St. Petersburg area.
And on Thursday, September 13th, the One Community Investor Co-op Work Group hosted a crash course on investor co-ops, facilitated by Judith Turner, Executive Director of the Florida Cooperative Empowered Economic Development Corps. The training focused on real estate investments as a priority for the group, but backers say that they're still open to technology and energy investments as well.
Great report, Kayla. Next up, thanks to Senator Darryl Roussan and newly elected State Representative Diane Hart, the One Community Plan team got a strong start to its push to create a Cross-Bay Equity Plan. Over 40 community leaders from both sides of Tampa Bay took part in a September 5th Cross-Bay Economic Growth Policy convening. Headlined by Senator Roussan, who represents portions of Hillsborough and Pinellas County, and State Representative Diane Hart, who was elected this August to take over Sean Shaw's District 61 seat in East Tampa. The two legislators agreed to support the creation of a new $50 to $70 million regional equity plan modeled after the recent $35 million equity plan legislation passed by the Minnesota Senate. The September 5th convening was co-hosted by CDC of Tampa, Tampa Bay Black Business Investment Corp., Pinellas County Urban League, One Community, and the 2020 Plan Team. A new Cross-Bay Equity Plan Committee is under formation, and a group will travel to Tallahassee to lobby for the equity plan this winter. Watch for meeting dates to be published soon. In more local news, the City of St. Petersburg is nearing completion of Scenario 2 of a master design plan for the Tropicana Field redevelopment site, currently occupied by Tropicana Stadium and the Tampa Bay Rays. As the Rays plan their exit from the city, redevelopment of the 85-acre site could begin soon. A stakeholder group of the 2020 Plan and One Community is developing a slate of site design recommendations and a proposed community benefit agreement policy for developers of the site. To give your feedback or to provide your design recommendations, visit the website shown here. Then click the link at the top of the page, navigate under the header to see drafts. Then, email your suggestions to the contact information shown here.
Other news related to the Tropicana site project, the One Community team announced two new co-chairs of its Community Benefit Agreement Policy Work Group. This committee of 16 city leaders is creating a policy to present to Mayor Rick Kreisman and the St. Petersburg City Council that would invite all real estate developers through the city to work in an organized way to target jobs, contracting and investing opportunities to minorities and special groups such as veterans and women in business. Attorneys Tamara Felton and Bruce Niston of the Awake Pinellas Initiative were appointed as co-chairs of the CBA Policy Work Group. The two have already submitted a design recommendations to city staff for the Tropicana site. Their next step will be to present a draft and CBA policy to city leaders. We will be sure to update you with their progress. The One Community team congratulates Thelma Bruce and Gwen Fields of the St. Petersburg Metropolitan Section of the National Council of Negro Women for their election to the board of the State of Florida NCNW. Ms. Bruce will serve as statewide first vice president for 2 years, and Gwen will serve as the first treasurer of the state leadership group also for 2 years. And kudos to the One Community Plan Development Committee member, Lynn Harold Johnson, for receiving the Superstar Award from her employer, Valpak Direct Marketing, for her pivotal role in creating data-driven digital sale leaderboards. Congratulations to Thelma Bruce, Gwen Fields, and Lynn Harold Johnson for their distinguished accomplishments. Keep your social media locked right here at One Community St. Pete on Facebook or One Community St. Pete on YouTube. I'm your correspondent Kayla, and this has been your update from One Community St. Pete News.